Hi everybody, today I'm going to be talking about flowers and I'm so excited. Hi, I'm Julia and I live in Vermont in USDA Zone 5. I'm starting a home orchard and a large kitchen garden and I have a little baby who's hanging out here near me, so if you hear baby sounds, it's okay, it's just my baby. Huh, yeah. One of the things I want to have more of this year in my garden and other areas are flowers, specifically for cutting. I had some beautiful zinnias growing last year that I cut and brought into the house, and I loved it, and I just want more. So I'm going to start by showing you all the flower seeds I have already, and I am planning on putting some of these in my kitchen garden, but they're not. These are not edible seeds. So things like nasturtiums I have in my kitchen garden seed haul video, so I will link to that above and in the description below so that you can look at that. Today I'm just talking about flowers that I'm growing mostly for pollinators and for cut flowers. Before I continue, if you could just subscribe below, that'd be great. That way you can see more videos on my garden and orchard this year, and click that thumbs up button at any time. All right, moving on. So I'm starting here with the zinnias that I already have. So these are Country Fair Blend Zinnias. These are from High Mowing Organic Seeds, and these grew beautifully for me last year. I will insert some pictures. I just absolutely love them and will definitely be growing more. I also had and grew the Polar Bear Zinnias, and I liked those. I interspersed them with the Country Fair, and I might do them in separate areas this year. It'll just be a different look. We'll see. I did really like them, and I want to plant more of them. I think I only had like maybe 2 or 3 plants scattered in, and so if I plant more of them, then I can do like some white bouquets, which would be really pretty. We have a Lion's Mouth Snapdragon. This is a mix, also from High Mowing. It's a mix of colors. And my daughter planted this in her garden and got some pretty snapdragons, and I didn't end up planting any. So I'm also going to plant some as well this year. This is a balloon flower. This is so cool. So it kind of puffs up like a balloon before just like bursting into its flower form. And it's a climbing vine. And I think it's a perennial. We'll see if it is here. Sometimes things don't do as well because I have heavy clay soil and it gets really wet as well as cold. But we're going to try it. I'm going to try growing it up the fence. I didn't really have a place for it to climb last year, so we're going to try it this year. I also have Love in the Puff, which is also a vine and grows a green puff. It's sometimes called heartseed, I believe, because these seeds, so I'm trying to pull out a seed here so you can see because they're really cool. I'm not sure if you can see this, but whoop. I don't know if it'll focus. But the seed, I'll see if I can take a better picture of it. The seed has what looks like a heart on it, so sometimes I think it's called heart seed as well. But it's a vining plant as well, so I'm going to grow it up beside the fence. I have Bachelor's Buttons Classic Magic. I believe these are blue. This is the classic blue Bachelor button. This is Sweet William Electron Blend. I did not realize last year this is actually a biennial flower. So we planted it in my daughter's garden and it didn't bloom because it's a biennial, but we left it. So hopefully we'll get bloom from it this year, and we'll plant some more so that we can get continuous blooms going forward. This variety should be bright pink, which is why she wanted it. This is actually basically my son's flower. I haven't planted any, but he planted some in his garden last year. He loves all things black. So he's planning to do a black flower garden. So when you see in my seed haul for flowers, you'll see some more black and dark purplish seeds. And they're mainly for him. So he'll have his little patch, and I'm sure we'll show you as the garden year progresses. There's some sweet alyssum. I just think it's so pretty and it smells yummy. I got some more because I love sweet alyssum. Let's see, next here, I actually have a bunch of poppies that I got last year, but then I got nervous about planting them because I know they can be poisonous, but I'm not actually going to plant them in my kitchen garden. I'm going to plant them, I think, along the edge of the house, and I may try to make some cut flower beds within my berry garden. I'm debating this. I would love to have some cut flower beds somewhere, so you'll just keep watching and you'll see. But I've got this, I don't know if I can pronounce this, Planete Rouge du Jura. I don't know what language that is. Anyways, it's a purple one. I guess it's supposed to be like, it's in shades of lavender, magenta, and mauve, with 4 deep eggplant markings in the middle. So So those look really, really pretty. Okay, those purple one. I think this is like a classic red poppy. Yeah, that's pretty. And then I got these like salmony, like kind of more romantic feeling colors to me. This poppy frosted salmon. And this mother of pearl poppy. And I believe these kinds, so I think these two, I will double check. There's some types of poppy that you can eat the seeds from, and there's some that you can't. So I just want to make sure I'm not confusing them. I'm probably not going to be eating my own seeds at this point. I would be very careful about which ones I use for that purpose. So those are poppies, and I'm thinking at this point I'm at least going to try to plant some of them along the side of the house. I think they'd be really pretty. Here I've got some marigolds. I'm wondering if these are edible and if I should have included them in the other video, but either way, they're in this one. Let me know. I should do some research on that if they're edible. But I love growing them in the garden as a companion plant. I had some gorgeous ones this year that just kind of by accident ended up kind of being like in a graduated shade from yellow to orange. It looks really pretty. Anyway, so I have this marigold petite mix and this French marigold. These seeds are a little bit older, but I think they should still be fine. I have a bunch of sunflowers, which I didn't get to growing last year. That's kind of the case with a lot of these flowers. I really focused just on a couple of vegetables that I could. I kind of focused on some vegetables that I had space for while we were still building the garden beds, and I'm hoping to do a lot more flowers and herbs this year. So this is a Pro Cut Gold sunflower from Floret. We also have a teddy bear sunflower. I did plant a couple of these seeds this year, and they bloomed pretty late, but they were so cute. More of these. I think I might plant these right next to my garden gate, the gate that's close, the sun gate that's to the south, and you drive past in the driveway, because these just are so cute. I have a Sunflower Autumn Beauty. I thought this would look gorgeous in fall arrangements. And Tayo, just a little different looking. So I love the idea of I love looking at sunflowers outside, but also being able to cut my own sunflowers to bring in the house. I've got a bunch of wildflowers. Most of these are perennial, and these are mainly for pollinators. So some of them may be planted in and around the garden, but more so in the orchard area. I'm planning on planting a lot of these. And as we develop my stream area, watch my video on my garden goals to learn more about my stream area. But as we develop that, I want to plant more wildflowers and such, and maybe even like a purposeful pollinator garden in that area. So I have a couple different kinds of black-eyed and I guess brown-eyed Susans. We've got these Indian summer ones. We've got brown-eyed Susan from Prairie Moon Nursery. If you're looking for native seeds and you're in the U.S., Prairie Moon Nursery is a wonderful place to look. They have seeds as well as live plants. And then just a Baker Creek black-eyed Susan. I think this was a gift seed last year. Yeah. Okay. Hi, baby love. I also have some echinacea. I had bought, when we first moved here, I bought some echinacea plants from a local nursery, and I'd put them in barrel planters on my front entryway, and they've grown wonderfully. And this year I think I'm going to try to transplant those plants into the garden. So I don't think I'm going to try to grow from seed this year, but I might just scatter some of these seeds out and see what happens, see if we can grow more around the property, because these are so great for pollinators as well as being a medicinal plant. I've got cardinal flower. It's another great one for pollinators. All these are mainly native ones for pollinators, and I may, depending on how they look and how they do, I might cut some to bring in, but for the most part, I'm going to be leaving these for our pollinators. And butterfly weed, same thing. Then these were free with my Prairie Moon Nursery order that I placed last year, and these are partridge pea. So I'm going to be scattering these about. And I've got rose milkweed, which I think is the same thing as swamp milkweed. And we do have some milkweed about our property, which is awesome. I've seen monarchs and I love it, and I just want to give them more. Those were the seeds I already have. Now I have ordered seeds from 4 different seed companies that I'm going to show you today. So I've got flowers from Floret Seeds, from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds, from Hudson Valley Seed Company, and from Eden Brothers. So I will show you all that. I'm going to start with Floret. I actually have a stack of violets and pansies because they had all these mixes, and I love violets and pansies. My baby's middle name is Violet, so partially I want to grow them for her, and they're also edible flowers. So we've got tiger's eye violet, pansy majestic giant sherry, which I believe is a mix. A lot of these are a mix. I don't think the tiger's eye is. Pansy nature antique shades, which is a mix. Dynamite lavender pansy. I actually had some of that. I think it's in the kitchen garden seed video because they're edible. So I had some of this that we planted last year, and they were really pretty. There's not a lot of seeds in this packet, so I got some more of those, and also gem pink antique, which I believe is also a mix. So I will actually be starting those very soon. They are somewhat frost hardy, but have to be, you don't want them to be too little and put them out in the cold. Okay, I got 2 different kinds of phlox. We have Leopoldi, and cherry caramel, which is like white with a nice little, with like, I don't know, like a magenta or mauve like center. I don't know, they looked really pretty. I've got 2 different kinds of larkspur. I've got Earl Grey and Splish Splash. So for a lot of these flowers that I'm showing you now, one thought I had was to do like a romantic cottage garden feel that I was thinking of doing outside the breezeway this year, but I don't think I'm going to get to it this year. So I think they're going to go in like other places around the house for right now. Most of these are annuals, and will be beautiful cut flowers. So I do want to plant some of them this year. And if I plant them and see what I love, then also that might give me a better idea for putting together kind of that cottage garden-y feel next to the breezeway in 2021. So I guess it's like experimenting and learning about the flowers this year. I've got 2 different kinds of stock, which I've never grown or seen before, but looked really cool. I've got an apricot stock, and I've got a buttercream stock. And I've got this celosia mix. I think it's pronounced celosia. I got the pink champagne mix, and it's like a mix of different shapes. Celosia comes in these, like, it's a weird looking flower, but it's like, there's all different shapes. I'll just put a picture here because I can't really describe it. Some of them look kind of like brains. But this looked like a really pretty color with a mix of shapes. So I thought that was cool. Then I got some more zinnias. These ones are Oklahoma ivory, and these ones are Cinderella lilac. I got some penny cress. I thought this would be a really cool filler plant. You could tell I'm getting more into cut flowers. I don't know much about it now, and I don't know much about arranging flowers, but I'm willing to try. All right, these 3 I kind of saved towards the end. These are actually ones my daughter picked out for her garden. The baby's banging things. It's going to happen. She's 7 months old, and she likes banging things. So this is a zinnia unicorn mix, and it's like a variety of, like a rainbow of colors, and it's called a unicorn mix. So 7-year-old girl, unicorn mix. She's excited about that. She picked out this Godatia Gray Salmon and a China Aster Matador mix, which I think is a mix of like white and purple and pink. Again, I'll post a picture. So those are ones that she's going to grow in her garden, and I think there's enough seeds that I might be able to grow some too, but we'll see. I do have a lot of seeds, so I don't necessarily need to also plant hers. And then this one I think was a gift seed. It's a Shirley Poppy Amazing Gray. So that's kind of cool. I can plant it with my other poppies. Okay, I actually have 5 places. I forgot about this one. Harris seeds, I just ordered one type of seed because I really wanted to grow this flower and I couldn't find it anywhere else. So this is Eryngium Glitter Blue. I'll post a picture here. I think it's also called Sea Holly, and it just looked so cool, and I just really wanted to grow it, so I found seeds for it. Okay, let me go on. I'm going to do Baker Creek next, I think. Okay, so zinnias. I've really wanted to try the Queen Lime series. Is it a series? Queen Lime ones. I think there's one type. I think the green one's missing. But I got what they had. Got the ones that they had in stock. So Queen Lime Red. I'm super excited about this one. Queen Lime Orange and Queen Lime Blush. So excited. I planted the other colorful mix of zinnias that I had kind of when you first walk into my garden. I'll post a picture of a garden tour so you can see where they were. And so I'm thinking of planting zinnias again, and I'm debating what kinds I want to plant. And so I might plant some different varieties, including my queen limes, but I got to see what else would look good with them, or I could just plant these there. So I'm thinking about that. All right, then I just got a lot of other things. So this here, Gumfrena strawberry fields. I thought those were really cool looking. They're actually, I think they're a type of amaranth, but they are little balls, so they look different than other amaranth. And speaking of amaranth, I'm going to try the Love Lies Bleeding Red. These look so cool. Like, all the different kinds of amaranth look so cool. I thought I would start with just one kind this year, and it's probably going to go in the kitchen garden. I've got Blue Monday Sage Salvia. I just thought that was the prettiest color. We'll have to see if it comes out, if this picture is really true to color. Okay, and then I've got a couple Cosmos here. These are I have Cosmos mixes that I'll show you when we get to another company, but they just had some really specialty ones. So I got the Apricot Lemonade. It just looks gorgeous. And I also got Black Magic. These are supposed to smell like chocolate, so I really hope they grow well. There's low germination, but I'm going to try them and cross my fingers and hope we get them. And if I have enough, I'd like to plant one in my son's garden as well to go with his black theme. Speaking of my son, his black theme, I specifically got these for him. These are Snapdragon Black Prince. And the last flower they said they gave me an Echinacea coneflower free seed packet. So just more that I can spread around. I might also gift some to friends and family. This is a great pollinator native species. So it's just a great one for people to have. These ones are from Hudson Valley Seed Company. It's the first year I'm trying their seeds. To be honest, part of what drew me to them is, one, they're not too far from us. We're in Vermont. They're in New York State. And two, they have these art packets where they work with artists to paint, or it's not just paint. They work with artists to make an art print based on that art. They don't have it for all their seeds, but they have it for some, and I think they're gorgeous. So it looks like 3 out of 4 of these are art prints. So let me actually start with the Cosmos. So 3 of these are Cosmos, actually. I got the Seashells Cosmos mix, and I've got this double click Cosmos mix because I just couldn't decide. They both look so pretty, and I think either alone or mixed together, they will be gorgeous. These make gorgeous cut flowers, and apparently pollinators love them. And I didn't grow any Cosmos last year. So some of these will be going in my kitchen garden for pollination, and some hopefully in a cut garden bed or around my orchard. And I also got this Sulfur Cosmos, which are apparently the only type of Cosmos that are edible. I'm going to verify that before I try eating them. But I also got them because they're orange. And I'm actually thinking that in front of on the side of the garden that faces the house, I'm going to plant flowers on this side of the fence, on the outside of the fence. And what I'm thinking of doing is doing a rainbow from red down to purple. And so I needed some more orange flowers. And so orange Cosmos it is. And the last thing from Hudson Valley Seed Company is the Cerinth. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I think it's also called Honeywort. And this just looked so pretty. And look at this art pack. Oh my goodness. It says gorgeous foliage, purple blooms, beloved by pollinators, direct sow or start indoors. So I'm going to grow some in my garden, and I'm going to grow some throughout the orchard because I want those pollinators. I'm thinking with all these pollinator plants, I might in the future, I kind of have it in the back of my mind to get some bees and keep bees. So if I establish some good pollinator plants and everything ahead of time, that would be good. This is my last group of seeds. These are from Eden Brothers. I just received them in the mail this morning. I'm going to start with these because I got more alyssum. So Sweet Alyssum, again, I love Sweet Alyssum. This is Sweet Alyssum Carpet of Snow. I guess it's supposed to be like a lower height alyssum that just kind of mounds and crawls. And this is actually Violet Queen, like a purple alyssum. And I love purple. So, oh, these ones have a picture. All right, this is a Black-Eyed Susan vine. I was debating getting these or not, but I just decided to go for it. I may actually grow these in planters outside of our breezeway, like kind of where people first walk into our house. I think that would be really cool to plant some of these up like a homemade trellis, make it made out of branches, and plant some other things in front. I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure they're going to be an annual for me here. So yeah, they're almost certainly going to be an annual. So I thought I would start with a climbing annual flower instead of a perennial. And yeah. And then see if I like it and see if I like the colors and all that. This is Bells of Ireland. These are like a green, really cool looking flower. I thought could look really cool in arrangements. These are more bachelor button seeds, but these are almost black, and I got these for my son's garden. I'm really excited to show you his garden this year. Actually, I found quite a few like blackish seeds, and I'm hoping they all grow well, and we can do this, have this little area that's just like this black flower garden, and maybe make some bouquets, and it just will be really novel and cool. These are some creeping thyme seeds. Creeping thyme, I haven't grown it successfully in the past, but apparently it makes a little purple flower. 2 more zinnias. I think these are the last. I got a purple zinnia, which mainly I did to make sure I had enough purple flowers for my rainbow, as well as a pink zinnia. I don't think I have mixes with pink in them, but I don't think I have any like just pink zinnia, so I wanted to get these in case my daughter wanted to plant the just pink ones as well in her garden. These are another Cosmos seed. These are Versailles Tetra Red, so like there's a deep red color, so it's a lot different from the other like pinkish and pastel ones that I have, and I think these will be really, really pretty. Almost there. Okay, this is a nasturtium black velvet, also for my son's black garden, and nasturtium is great in the garden. It's great for pollinators. Nasturtium is also edible. I'm not sure if the black one is. I don't know. It makes me a little nervous that it's so black. So I'm going to look into that. But yeah, for his garden, a nice trailing black flower. Can you imagine like the spiky snapdragon, black snapdragons with the black nasturtium underneath? How cool is that? Okay, speaking of snapdragons, and these last 2 are both snapdragons as well. These are the rose snapdragon, which is a pink, and apple blossom, which is like a apricot peachy pink, I think. So I may plant them together in the garden and or outside the garden. We'll just have to see, and you'll have to subscribe and check out more videos to see how all of these flowers, where and how all of these flowers grow in my garden and orchard this year. This is the little one you've been hearing this whole time, and she's going to join me to say, please subscribe to see more, and please hit that like button below, right? Can you do a thumbs up? Probably not. Until next time, happy gardening. Are you excited to grow flowers? Yeah?